Alright, so I know last week I only did one video and it was the Warhammer one, but the reason why is because I was trying to do something and this right here is it. I was trying to make a character kind of mascot for this channel. Now, let me know how you guys think about it in the comments, but I'm going to get into the actual meat and potatoes of this video that I was doing in my head and off screen. So, Scooby-Doo in Marvel, would it work? Or does DC need to be the major home of Scooby-Doo? Now, the reason I ask this is because I actually see potential in Marvel having Scooby-Doo, but I get that we've all grown up with Scooby-Doo and DC, so it just makes sense. But I'm gonna kind of give a little bit of an argument, and I want you guys to kind of tell me what you guys think about it. So in this one, Scooby-Doo has teamed up with Batman and Robin a bunch of times. Go see the video where I mention all of the times Scooby-Doo and Batman have teamed up. DC is a near perfect fit for the Mystery Gang. It's tone alone when it comes to mystery, Gothic locations. I almost said Gotham locations because apparently DC and Gotham is just Gotham. Spooky villains, urban legends, and campy fun. Batman's tone alone with masks, fake monsters, traps, and investigations is exactly why Batman and Scooby-Doo work every single time. DC's street level heroes, of course, like Batman and Robin, the Teen Titans, Green Arrow, Zatanna, and Constantine, a little bit with Constantine. DC allows lower stakes mysteries to happen, slower pacing, atmosphere, and spooky aesthetics. While DC is more flexible with its silly tones, dark and spooky, and cartoonish feelings like Batman the Brave and the Bold, Marvel can compare to all of that. I will give it that, it really can. So Scooby would shine when it comes to its street level heroes as well. Sorry I'm misspeaking so much. Like, Spider-Man would probably be the #1 pick. I think everybody would agree when it comes to Marvel's version counterpart. Now, like in the court case versus the People versus Fred Jones, that would have been an episode or comic where Matt Murdock, aka Daredevil, helps get Fred Jones off his trial. I believe it was the Be Cool Scooby-Doo episodes. If you guys seen that one, I'll throw up a couple images of it so that way we both understand, well, at least I know what I'm talking about, and you guys can understand what episode I'm talking about if you've never seen it before. The same way with Ultimate Spider-Man and his group in high school, Luke Cage, Iron Fist, Nova, and White Tiger, they could have teamed up in an episode. I do remember there was an episode of, I believe it was Jesse, where they kind of did a crossover, which was really, really nice. I don't remember what all happened in that episode. I just remember them crossovering. If you know, let me know. Honestly, some of the Avengers would be cool to see as well, though I will say when it comes to cosmic level of Marvel, Scooby-Doo and the gang would not mesh well. Now, would it be interesting to see the Collector be talking about the Scooby Gang? Oh yeah, that would be so great. Contest of Champions? Oh, that would be so fun. But like, say the Hulk went on a rampage when it comes to the Avengers, and he met the Mystery Gang. Now, Scooby would be kind of scared of the Hulk, of course. Oh, Scooby and Shaggy. But the rest of the gang would be like, oh, it's just the Hulk. But in a kind of roundabout way, because the Hulk eats so much, I would actually like to see a food competition between Hulk, Shaggy, and Scooby to see who could eat the most. Now that would be pretty cool to see. And it would actually, I believe, lead to Hulk calming down. Kind of like how Hawkeye said that he could beat up the Hulk and it made the Hulk laugh so much that he actually turned back into Bruce Banner. If you've never seen that, look it up on YouTube. It is actually kind of funny. I agree with the Hulk. It'd make me laugh too. Now, Moon Knight and Doctor Strange would be an interesting pair to team up with Scooby-Doo. I will say that, but I do know because in recent comics, when I say recent, I think it was like 2024 or 2023, we know that Doctor Strange has a ghost dog, so that would actually be kind of interesting, and the ghost dog loves beer because his best friend is Wolverine, so that'd be awesome. I didn't even think about the X-Men or the Inhumans. Only one I care about for the Inhumans is Lockjaw. Still is, no matter what. It's one of my favorite pooches. But I can't believe I forgot the mutants. I am a huge mutant supporter. I would, if I lived in the Marvel Universe, I would straight up be friends with the mutants. Yes, I get that, like, the Purifiers and Friends of Humanity and all these other groups hate the mutants, but I'm like, why? These dudes can do amazing things. When they went to Krakoa, I kind of felt sad a little bit. Sorry, I'm off on a rant. We're not talking much about this, but I just want to rant about that for a second. Black Widow would also be a nice choice too with the Marvel Champions team, because I do remember in the Hydra Cap storyline, she was teaming up with the Champions, who were basically the next level of the Avengers. They were supposed to be Marvel's versions of the Teen Titans, in my opinion. So I'd want to say that maybe, you know, that would be a nice pairing with like Amadeus Cho, Hulk, Spider-Man, Miss Carmela Khan, Miss Marvel, before they did everything with her. And also the Fantastic Four would be neat as well. But the problem is the Thing, Johnny Storm, and Sue Storm would actually make it a good episode. But I feel like Velma and Reed Richards would not, because Reed would be trying to understand why Scooby can talk, and it would just off-put the whole episode to me. Now, Scooby works best when the villain looks supernatural but isn't. Marvel has a lot of that. For instance, Jack-O-Lantern, Hobgoblin, Mysterio, Spot, Shocker, and yes, there are a lot of Spider-Man villains, but it's kind of the same reason a lot of Batman villains work as well for the gang. Now, the gang might be more important than Marvel. In DC, Scooby, to me, majorly feels like the guest star in Batman's world. But in the Marvel version, the Avengers would more feel like a guest stars in Scooby's mysteries, and where each universe struggles with dealing with Scooby and the gang. Now, I'm going to kind of pull up some weaknesses of both of them. So in DC, Scooby sometimes gets overshadowed by Batman. Too many crossovers default to Gotham, like the Scooby-Doo and Batman Brave and the Bold movie. Mystery Inc. could feel like sidekicks to their own stories. In Marvel's weakness, it is too much real science. More villains are actually superpowered. Harder to keep the Man in the Mask twist, especially with the smaller cast. Kinda. And then Scooby would definitely need careful placement, especially around the Inhumans, the Mutants, and the Abominations. Definitely with those three. Now, the final verdict that I came across is that DC is definitely Scooby's better home than Marvel, but it does have interesting what-if potentials. Now, I know we're doing a Marvel and DC crossover. It would kind of be cool to see if DC would let Scooby-Doo come over and, you know, have a couple mysteries. I think that would be really cool, but DC does fit due to the mystery, spooky vibes, more mass villains, and Gotham energy. Marvel could work with the right heroes more at the street level and focused on mystery and not cosmic stakes. But here is a good question for all of you. If Scooby-Doo crossed into Marvel, who should he team up with first? Spider-Man or Daredevil? Now, if you like this video, like it, comment down below, you know, everything we've talked about, and then also subscribe to the channel. When I checked, we're at 158. We are so far like blowing my expectations every month. So I want you all to join me with all the cool stuff that we come up with, the cool video topics, little ideas I come up with, and playing games and having fun. I'll catch y'all later. Peace.